It began with a phone that never stopped ringing. Sarah had just moved into her new apartment, a quiet, old building with creaky floors and paper-thin walls. She liked it because it was cheap and close to work, even if the landlady was a little strange. "Never answer after midnight," the old woman had said when handing her the keys. Sarah laughed, thinking it was just another old superstition. The first night passed peacefully, but on the second, the phone rang at 12:03 a.m. She stared at it, half asleep, the sound echoing sharply through the small apartment. No one called that late, but curiosity won. She answered. "Hello?" There was silence, then a faint static hum. She thought she heard breathing, slow, deliberate, too close to the speaker. "Who is this?" she asked again. The line went dead. She hung up and tried to shake the unease. But every night after that, the phone rang at the same time, 12:03, never a minute earlier or later. The voice never spoke, but the breathing was always there, patient, listening. One night, she decided to let it ring. It stopped after 13 rings. Moments later, someone knocked at her door, 3 soft knocks, evenly spaced. She froze. No one should have known she was awake, and she lived on the 4th floor. When she looked through the peephole, there was nothing but darkness, as though the hallway light had gone out. The next morning, she told the landlady, who turned pale and simply said, "It's starting again." The old woman refused to explain further, only insisting Sarah disconnect the phone. But even when she unplugged it, the ringing continued the next night, shrill, hollow, echoing from somewhere inside the apartment. The breathing was louder this time. Then, faintly, a whisper came through. "I can see you." Sarah dropped the phone, her heart racing, but the whisper didn't stop. It echoed softly from the disconnected receiver. "Don't turn around." Every instinct told her not to move, but she felt it, the air behind her thickening, the faint sound of bare feet on the floor. Slowly she turned. The apartment was empty. She spent the night in her car. The following day, she called the phone company to check the number that had been calling. The operator's voice trembled when she said, "Ma'am, that number hasn't been active in 30 years. It belonged to this building, to a tenant who died here." Sarah didn't want to hear the rest, but curiosity clawed at her. "How did they die?" she whispered. "They answered a call after midnight," the operator said quietly. That night, Sarah left the phone off the hook and tried to sleep. At 12:03, she woke to silence. No ringing, no knocks. For a brief moment, relief flooded her chest. Then her cell phone, face down on the nightstand, lit up. Unknown number. It began to ring. Her hand trembled as she turned it over. On the screen, in faint grey letters where a name should have been, it read, "Sarah Home." The last thing she heard before the light bulb flickered out was the voice on the other end whispering, "It's your turn."